another video. We got a lot of exciting news, a lot of exciting updates, predictions, all that. As y'all can see, first and foremost, we have, and then also, I'm going to be on my phone too because the way this transfer portal is going, like you just never know when you're going to get another update. So I'm going to be monitoring that while we actually on live. So just so we all, updated. Anyway, first and foremost, we got David Blay. He's one of the top defensive linemen out of Louisiana State. David Blay, like I said, let's pull up his stats, see what he's talking about. 6'4", 303 out of PA. I didn't even know he's from PA. My guy. 16 solo tackles, 6 sacks. That's crazy. He went crazy this past year. But anyway, he's going to Miami U. Curious to see how they're going to look next year, though, because their defense wasn't the best last year. But you never know. We still have a whole nother cycle of this transfer portal as well, so you never know how they're going to start cranking it up. Within these last couple of days, also going into the next window of the portal, which is much smaller. Anyway, next we got Bear Alexander. I'm sure many of y'all already know about this commitment. Many people predicted him to go there anyway. I'm not really surprised at all. A lot of my Colorado Buffalo fans thought he was going to come to Colorado. Nah, he ended up taking that position with Dan Lanning over there at Oregon. So best of luck to him, though. He started off at Georgia. Then he was at USC for some time. And then now he's rocking Oregon. Oregon's an overall good program. You really can't take much away from them, to be honest. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see what he's going to do there. Next, we got my guy. This is a hurt piece. This is definitely a hurt piece. Dayon Hayes, my guy. He was out of Pitt. Then he transferred to us in Colorado. Now he's rocking with Texas A&M. Texas A&M is going crazy in the portal right now. Like, they're going so crazy. I don't know what they're working up on. But y'all also got to realize Texas A&M got a lot of NIL money as well. So that could play a huge factor in them getting them top recruits. But best of luck to him. He didn't play the whole season with us at Colorado due to some injury and some personal choices. But, yeah, he's rocking with Texas A&M now. Do I feel like he'll be a day one start over there? Yes, most definitely. I feel like he can go over there and start day one. Like I said, he was a hurt piece by losing him to the portal. I wasn't really expecting him to leave Colorado, which is crazy, but you just never know. These young guys got to go do what's best for them, though. So shout out to him still, and best of luck to him. Kind of pull up his stats from this past season. 10 solo tackles, 2 sacks, 0 forced fumbles, 0 interceptions. But if y'all watch some film in some of the Colorado games, y'all know he was a dog. So, like I said, definitely a hurt piece. Next up, we have Cam Dewberry. A lot of people been on his radar as well. He was one of the top offensive linemen inside the portal. He's also a junior, so he'll have one more year eligibility remaining after this. 6'4", 330. That's a big guy. That's a big guy, definitely. He's also going to actually, no, he's leaving Texas A&M and he's going to Alabama. I've been noticing a lot of recruits leaving Alabama as well. So this is also making room for more people to come in. I don't know what's going on with that. Like, this transfer portal is very, very tricky. Like I said, you just never know where anybody's going to end up at all. So, which leads me to my next guy. This was crazy. This is crazy. Andrew Jones out of Grambling. So my guy is hilarious. He left Grambling State, right? Then he committed to, I believe that was Texas A&M he committed to. And then he committed to Ole Miss like right the next day. Like, that was crazy. Ole Miss is really cooking too. So between Texas A&M and Ole Miss, I don't know who's cooking more. Like, they're getting a lot of top recruits inside this transfer portal. So I'm looking and I'm curious to see what those two teams are going to do next year. And remember, just because a school gets all these top-notch players doesn't mean they're going to be good. it doesn't mean they're going to be good at all. You got dudes who never play with each other, so who knows if the chemistry is going to be there. You have to learn a whole new offense, a whole new defense. Not everybody's going to start. You know what I mean? So it's going to be iffy, but he's funny for that. I wasn't expecting that. Let's look at his stats, though, because he was also on Colorado's radar that a lot of fans wanted to get. I don't know if he was, actually on Colorado's recruitment radar, but I know a lot of fans want him. Let's look at some of his stats. I watched his highlights, too. He liked that. I ain't gonna lie. 54 solo tackles, 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 0 interception. He's 6'2", 220 linebacker. He's a junior, so he'll have 1 more year after this. That's crazy. I'm curious to see what's gonna do on the next level though, because coming from the conference that he was in to the SEC, that's a huge difference. But no doubt in my mind, he'll definitely make a huge impact early on for sure. Next, he was actually on a lot of people's radar as well. Definitely on Colorado's radar, I've seen Sydir Mitchell. He just committed to LSU from Texas Longhorns. Some of his season sacks. He's a big guy out of Patterson, New Jersey. 6'6", 350. He's a freshman, so he got some years to go. Some development to do. It's going to be crazy. He only had 1 solo tackle. Like I said, he got hurt in the beginning of his season, so he didn't get a lot of stats to speak towards his name. But looking forward to see what he's going to do. This is a big guy. I watched some of his high school highlights. He really liked that. Like, I like those mean defensive linemen. Like, he's one of them. So shout out to him, though. He's going to go ball over at LSU. Looking to see what LSU is going to do next year. Between Texas A&M, Ole Miss, look like Clemson is trying to crank it up a little bit too. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna see what they're gonna do. And my guy, I just got the news. I'm hurting. I had to put my face on here. I'm hurting. My God, we lost him. I did not want him to leave Colorado at all. I didn't even know that he was still with eligibility to be in the NCAA. Like, I did not know that at all. So I thought he was going straight to the league. My guy, Nikhai Hill Green. Hurt me, man. You hurt me, my guy. But he's on to bigger and better things for himself and his family. I do know he has some children or a child, so he got to go do his best for him and his family. He definitely served his purpose over at Colorado. He will be missed dearly, but we do have some other recruits coming in to kind of fill that void. But this is no longer a prediction and just talk. It actually just happened. He just committed to Alabama. That's crazy. He's going to the powerhouse, so they getting the dog for sure. I think he's going to start day 1. So this is the news. He just committed. He originally started at Michigan. Then he went to Charlotte to go play ball, and then he ended up with us. And now he's with Alabama. So this hurt me a lot. But best of luck to him. I'm definitely going to tap in him to see how he's doing this whole entire season. Yeah. So just a little bit of his stats: 53 solo tackles, 2 sacks, 2 interceptions, which was crazy this past season. I actually watched it happen live. Yeah, he's a senior. I swore he was a grad, but that's crazy. He's from Baltimore, Maryland. He played for a high school called St. Francis that I know about up there near where I live at. But yeah, tag, bro. All right, next guy. Next, we got one of the top DBs in the portal right now still. We have Tacario Davis, who hasn't found a home as of just yet. But I did check some sources and see some schools that was potentially on his radar. We have Arizona State, So I guess he's going to make that lateral move and stay at Arizona. Go to Arizona State. Who knows? Arizona State has been a good program these past 2 years for sure. Can't take nothing away from them as a program. So if he goes there, it wouldn't be a bad fit for him at all, to be honest. But I see him going to a much higher conference, to be honest, if he's going to transfer in the league. But you never know. You never know. Next school I have is Washington, who I think that he'll actually go to be honest. One of his teammates, Jacob Manu, number 5 from Arizona last year, he's a linebacker. He ended up getting hurt towards the end of the season, though. He ended up going to Washington, so I can see him going to Washington as well. Washington wouldn't be a bad fit for him, per se, but I still feel like there's also some better options. I know that a lot of Colorado fans wanted him as well. He's 6'4", like, I forgot how much he weighed, but he's a big corner. Like, and he's actually he's actually decent, to be honest. I feel like with some of the proper development, I feel like he'll really be a dog for real. So that's up to him where he want to go. Me as a Colorado fan, I think he should come to Colorado. Why not? Dayon, the best corner to ever do it. But hey, he got to do his best for him in this situation. But I personally see him going to Washington. Another school that is on his radar is Miami, which I don't see him going to at all, to be honest. So I'm not even going to go into that. I know they struggled in this past year just defensively, so he could go there and shine. But I don't see him going there. I can't even see him in that uniform at all. The next school we have is Texas A&M. If they get him, I know something. If they get him, I really, really know something. Like, for real. Texas A&M has to have unlimited money in NIL, like Oregon. There's no way. If they get him, he's literally the top DB inside of the portal right now. So I'm curious to see where he's going to go. Best of luck to him, though. Like, best of luck to him. Next guy we have is KC Concepcion. My guy. He just took a visit to Texas A&M class. And then before that, he was with my Colorado Buffaloes. I want to say he's leaning towards Colorado, but I don't know. Like, when you go to a school like Texas A&M, I don't know what they got in their water over there, but they committing left and right, like I said. So I don't know where he's going to go. I feel like him going to Colorado would be a perfect fit. He'll stand out. He'll kind of be that, how can I explain it? Our receiver core, number 1 in Colorado, is definitely number 1, top 3 for sure. Nobody can argue with that if you really, really know football. So him coming to Colorado, I feel like would be good for him. He'll be that star wide receiver for sure, but I don't know. I don't know what Texas A&M got cooking up, so we'll see. It's iffy. Next, we got Fernando Mendoza. He's still in the portal as well. He's the top quarterback still left that's uncommitted in the portal right now, so I don't know where he's going to go yet. I did a video on him last week about some of my predictions as they still stand, so feel free to go check that out. But he's still in the portal right now. Definitely a solid quarterback. I went back and watched some of his games as well as some of his highlights as well. I can see him actually going to, believe it or not, I can see him still going to Miami U as well. Maybe. But I don't know yet. Or possibly another SEC school. Who knows? But I'll keep an eye out on him. Let's look and see if any of my stuff updated. See if I got any more commits while we're here. Just the halfway mark. Did I get any? Nope, I don't have any more updates. All right, well, let's keep it rolling. Next, we got Zachariah Branch, and his brother is also a safety, who's in the portal right now. Zachariah Branch, he's the top wide receiver in the portal right now. I don't know where he's going to go. A lot of sources are telling me that he's leaning towards Oregon, but I do not know yet. I really do not know yet. We would love him at Colorado. I'm saying this about 1,001 players, but not really though. I can see him either going to Colorado or Oregon. That's the only two schools I can really see him going to. Another school that I heard about him potentially going to is, what school is that? What school did they say that was? It slipped my mind. Literally just read about it. But my top two schools, I think this team going to Colorado or Oregon. But I feel like he's leaning more towards a school like Oregon. I don't know yet. And I feel like him and his brother kind of want to stick together as well. So it's going to be a school that would need a safety as well as another star wide receiver. So I hope we get him. He's a dog for sure. No doubt in my mind. But I don't know as of just yet. But Oregon seems to be on his radar right now. But I do know that when he hit the portal, he put himself on a do not contact list. So usually when they do that, they already know where they're going. Like, it's no debate. Like, they're not looking or searching when they get in the portal. Like, they already know where they're going. They don't want to be contacted. They're just waiting to make that announcement. So I don't know. We'll see. Something else I read is Adam Gordon reports that Caden Salter signing with Colorado, which he did, could help the Buffs land wide receiver Jonte Cook. So about that, I don't know how that's going to work, to be honest, because at the start of this transfer portal, LaJonte Cook commented on a Coach Prom's post saying, I ain't hard to find. But as time went on, I guess a fan had put a comment under his post, and he was like, yeah, you need to come to Colorado or whatever. And he was like, yeah, they don't want me. I don't know if he's trolling or if Colorado really don't want him. Like, I don't know. I'm curious about that. I'm on the fence about that. If he didn't come to Colorado, I feel like Jonte Cook will go to Oregon as well. I feel like he'll go to – I can see him at Arizona State. And I can see him going to Ole Miss. That's just my predictions. I don't know yet, though. Like I said, he's on a he's unpredictable. I don't know. He's a dog, though. Yeah, a dog for sure. One of the top defensive linemen that we have still left inside the portal, though, who I did a little bit extra research on, is Kameron Olds. He's from Kent State. He's 6'4", 245, out of Richmond, Virginia. He had 25 solos tackles, 6 sacks, 0 forced fumbles, and 1 interception. So some decent stats from him as well. Some schools that's on his radar is Georgia Tech, Nebraska, Kentucky, and Ole Miss, of course. Out of those schools versus how he plays, I could see him going to a school like Georgia Tech, and I could also see him going to Ole Miss out of those two options. I don't know which one he's leaning towards the most, but those are schools that are on his radar, and he is literally the top defensive lineman left in the portal that's uncommitted. So we'll see where he's going to end up. He's a dog as well. I like his style. Could definitely use some touching up here and there, but that's for every player. So I'll monitor him. He's a junior as well, so I'm pretty sure his senior season, he's gonna try to come with a bang for sure. All right, next up we got Khamari Anderson. So he just had a visit to Colorado this weekend, so he should be here today or yesterday. He's a tight end coming out of Kentucky. Big guys. Look at his stats and his size. So he's a sophomore, so he definitely got a couple more years of eligibility. 6'5", 252. That's a big guy. That's a big guy. He's out of Detroit, Michigan. 5 receptions, 29 yards, 0 TDs, and he averages 5.8 yards. Not the best stats, but I feel like with the right development, and if you go with a team with a need for a tight end, they can kind of develop him and mold him into the player who he is capable of being. But I don't know just yet. I haven't gotten any word with his experience over at Colorado just yet when he took his visit. So I hope we get him just to have that depth. I know that we just got Zach Atkins, and then we also got Zane from the high school commit, and also Corbin Leisure, a high school commit in Colorado. So just to have that rotation is going to be kind of good. So may the best man win when it comes to that. Lastly, I have another visit that came to Colorado, Joseph Williams. So he just committed to Utah, but he's still taking a visit to Colorado. So maybe he just wanted to lock in the school for now, but just take that last visit to either experience, see what Colorado look like, or really, really see what Colorado has to offer since he, told him he was going to come take a visit. So he's definitely another dog that I like out of the wide receiver core in the portal. So to get him will be also be a plus. But I don't know yet. Utah still wouldn't be a bad fit for him. I've seen the way he played. Utah kind of fell off too. They wasn't a team that they were the year prior this year at all. So I don't know how that program is going to look and if that's the best fit for him. We'll love him at Colorado though. I ain't gonna never push nobody away from Colorado, so I hope he does change his mind possibly. But I don't know yet. Let's check my stuff and see if anything updated again. I promise y'all I'll keep y'all updated. Nope, still nothing yet. The last thing that was posted was the information about Nikhai Green going to Alabama. But see if I got anybody else. Those are my top people, to be honest. Oh, I forgot to put Jarrett. He was a defensive lineman coming out of Georgia. He committed with USC today. Big guy. He still has 3 years of eligibility remaining. He's 6'6", 338, and he appeared in 11 games with the Bulldogs. So he's definitely a day one starter for sure. So I don't really see why he chose USC, but that's for him to focus on his side, to be honest. So I don't know. Definitely curious to see what this transport is going to do. We at the end of it, though. So 21st, it ends on the 28th. These last couple of days is going to be wild. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. So expect me to do a lot of videos. I'm going to try to get them as fast as I possibly can. Like, because they be committing at all type of times. It'd be like 3 in the morning, 9 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, just random times. Like, you just never know when somebody's going to drop that news that they committed to a school. But I'll do my best to keep y'all updated as quick as possible. If y'all like this live, let me know. Share this live out as well. I got a lot of more heat coming for y'all for sure. I'm probably about to hop off of here and do another one. So if y'all want to tune into that, y'all can tune into that as well. But yeah, subscribe, like, share, and I'll get back with y'all again on another video. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day or night wherever you are located at.